Inspiring children all over Mississippi, the Kids Count program held their 4th annual summit on February 3rd in Jackson. Funded by the Annie E. Casey Foundation, Mississippi Kids Count provides valuable information about the state's children and families.
Our goal is to provide the most comprehensive data about children and families in Mississippi. And in doing such, we serve as a catalyst for improving outcomes for children, families, and communities throughout the state.
Many communities across the state are working to improve the well-being of children, and the Kids Count Annual Summit aims to highlight those that are successful. With this year's summit focus on education, 4 educational programs were recognized as Kids Count success stories. And Mississippi Kids Count Director Dr. Linda Southward says it was a difficult selection process.
We put out a call for success stories every spring, and we send that out in a very large email blast. Anyone who's participated in our summits before will also get information about that. We then have an independent review committee who goes over these particular nominees for each year, and I'll tell you, it's a very difficult task for the committee to make these choices because there are so many wonderful successes.
This year's success stories included Mississippi Public Broadcasting's Between the Lions Preschool Literacy Initiative, the United Way of the Capital Area's Jackson Promise Coalition, New Albany School District's Coordinated School Health Program, and Supporting Partnerships to Assure Ready Kids. In addition to being recognized, the success story winners also had the opportunity to share their ideas and the methods of their successful programs.
So part of their recognition is also to come to the Mississippi Kids Count Summit and present a toolkit, if you will, on how they've done it in their community. And we know every community in Mississippi is different, but these are just some basic, what might be their funding source, how they engage their community, how they're evaluating their program, and that sort of thing, so they can share with other communities across the state.
And the Kids Count success stories recognized at each year's summit often provide inspiration to other communities around Mississippi.
We heard at this past year's summit that there is currently a program in Tupelo who is replicating a program that was featured at the summit in 2009 as a way of increasing high school graduation rates. So when we hear stories like that, it really tells us that we're doing some things that are helpful to children and families and communities in Mississippi.
Aside from the success stories, the annual summit also included poster sessions in order to capture an even broader array of programs from across the state.
In addition to the individual success stories winners this year who were highlighted in the summit and also in the data book, we also had a hallway of success in this past year's summit. So we had individuals from across the state who are doing things on behalf of children in Mississippi to come and share their information.
With nearly 300 participants from a variety of fields in attendance, the Mississippi Kids Count Summit helped them share ideas as well as support one another.
It's energizing to see individuals come together across the state and learn from one another, knowing that each of their individual programs that they work in and day out are doing things to really improve the outcomes for children in Mississippi, but for them to come together and be renewed and validated by one another on the great work that they are doing. It's really wonderful to see it.
With such a large cross-discipline of individuals, the Mississippi Kids Count Summit continues to improve the well-being of the state's children.
Consider children's health, economic well-being, safety, and education. All of these are dimensions that are very much interconnected. And so when we have individuals coming to the summit from all of these different disciplines and professions with the focus on the child, not the focus upon what their particular entity or program is, it's just no end to the good that can be done on behalf of Mississippi's children.